Hey guys, how's it going? Just recently I did a video about all the different Windows mobile devices over the years. That is Windows Mobile versus Windows Phone 7, 8, and Windows 10 mobile phones. And this time I want to take a look at Nokia phones and the different operating systems Nokia has used over the years and compare them all. And here we have four different devices here, all running different Nokia operating systems, I guess, or operating systems that Nokia has adopted throughout the years. First, we got the Nokia N810. This is not a phone, it's an internet tablet. It came out in 2008 and it uses an operating system called Maemo, which is an operating system that's based on open source components, like based on Linux basically, that Nokia helped develop. And so that's using Maemo. And then I have another phone here. This is the Nokia E7. By the way, I'm not using the Nokia N900 because I don't have that phone anymore. Otherwise, I would use that instead because that's also a smartphone that uses Maemo. So I'm just going to use the N810. That's good enough for now for what I have. And this one is the Nokia E7. This one came out 2011, early 2011. And this one runs Symbian 3, which is the latest version of Symbian. I believe that before they switched to using this one. This is Nokia N9, the Nokia N9, which uses the MeeGo operating system, and this is the only phone that uses that operating system, MeeGo. So MeeGo was supposed to be the successor to Maemo, right? And Symbian was kind of just developing alongside all these operating systems at the same time, so it's kind of complicated. Nokia basically stuck with Symbian, which was originally an operating system based upon Epoch, which is another operating system developed by Psion Technologies, which if you use the any Psion PDA, whatever, they would run Epoch. Then Symbian was originally created by that company, Symbian, the company, and then they created the operating system. Then Nokia basically took over the operating system and developed it alongside these operating systems. This is Maemo, and this is MeeGo. And this is the only phone that uses it. Unfortunately, at this time, this was late 2011. I think this was released. Microsoft took over Nokia, and then of course Nokia switched to using Windows phones. This one is the Intex Aquafish, which I've reviewed before. It runs Sailfish OS 2.0, and the reason why I have this in this video is technically not Nokia, but Sailfish is the operating system is actually developed by the same members who developed MeeGo. So I want to show you guys the similarities between these two, because if you look at it, Sailfish and MeeGo are actually quite similar, since this is based upon MeeGo, which is based upon Maemo. So anyways, let's take a look. First of all, the Nokia N810. This is came out 2008. This one's strictly internet tablet. Like I said, they made another version that's also a smartphone called the Nokia N900, but I don't have the N900 right now, so I'm just going to use this. This is pretty big screen for its time. It's 4.1 inch and 480p resolution, which is actually quite good for the time. I believe I showed you guys the specs on some of my other videos before, but this is a recap. This is a power button, volume buttons. This is switching between windows, I think. There's a lock button right here. Let's see, on the outside we have audio jack, the charger. It's a proprietary charger, unfortunately. This micro USB, which is only used for uploading data, not for charging. Then we got, what is this? This is I think this might be a full-size SD card slot here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, back in, and then we have a removable battery here. So that's pretty cool as well, and the kickstand at the back. So. And yeah, that's about it. This Nokia 900, you can plop it down the kickstand like this. And this was originally used just for browsing the internet, as back in the day, smartphones, in 2008, smartphones weren't very good at browsing the internet. I think if you see any of the Windows mobile devices back then, the internet browsers were terrible. And I have to use a stylus because this is a resistive touchscreen. But yeah, this is Maemo, the operating system that's based upon open source foundations that Nokia developed. I think I'm connected to the internet. We can go somewhere like Wikipedia. Wait for it to load. This only has like 128 megs of RAM, I think, not that much RAM. This will still connect to your Wi-Fi, by the way. It's using wireless G, and a lot of your routers will still support wireless G. Oh, that's how Wikipedia looks like, by the way. Maybe I'm still waiting for the images or something. Yeah, this is probably outdated by now. You can compose new email, new chat. We got Skype, still available these days. Whoops. Internet, communications, utilities, file manager, calculator, clock, PDF reader, terminal. That's cool. We even have a terminal there. Extras. What's that? Oh, just some games. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we actually have a cool file manager built in. Didn't expect that actually. A lot of this time, even on Android systems, you have to download this. It usually does not come with the operating system. Yeah, that's about it. Let's see. What does chat do? I guess it asks us to connect to like MSN or something. Google Talk. Well, I guess that's been superseded by Hangouts, right? Jabber. Huh, interesting. Those might still exist. The Cisco Jabber still exists. Map. Is this actually a decent map here? Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's look at USA West. 685 megs of data in here. Okay, navigation, of course. Alright, that's our map, guys. That's our map. Where's San Francisco? Here we are. You zoom in. Nope. Can we zoom in here? Is that what that button's for? Yeah, we can. How much can we zoom in here? Okay, well, I guess not too much. Not too much. But yeah, that's the maps here. That's not Google Maps exactly, but it's like very old school style of map. And yeah, we got Skype, which is still available. Might still work actually. Where's the keyboard? We have a slide up keyboard here. Alright, which is good for browsing. Where's my usual test website is Engadget. Let's go there. They have a good mix of images and content there. Okay, I got it. Okay, it's still asking me about this secure connection crap. What is this about? Oh my god. So needless to say, guys, you probably would not use this device in 2016. Yeah, I mean, at the time, okay, at the time, in 2008, this was a great browser. Because compared to all the other shitty browsers at the time, you know, you had your crappy WAP browsers on your mobile phones, and this was a great browser for its time. But obviously these days, I can't even load Engadget, like this site. Yeah, obviously, you know, this browser's outdated. Like this is probably due to some weird SSL error or whatever. It's just because the JavaScript or whatever this browser is not, it just isn't working. So yeah, I don't think it's really able to view any modern websites because of this problem. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even Wikipedia doesn't really work. We already tried that. So yeah, that's a browser in this device. The Nokia N810 doesn't work very well. Now let's try the Nokia E7. This thing came out early 2011. Has slightly more RAM. Still has a 4-inch screen though. This actually has lower res than this one. I think this one only has 360p. That one's 480p. It has like some kind of lock buttons. I don't know. I'm not sure what these lock buttons do. This one should be it's a SIM card slot. There's a camera button dedicated. This one's a power button up here. This is really unique. It's a mini HDMI connection. You don't see mini HDMI connections on phones much these days. But that's a mini HDMI connection there. And micro USB for charging. Oh yeah, all three of these use micro USB, and this one uses a proprietary, so I'm happy about using micro USB, so I can charge them very easily. On the back we have 8 megapixel shooter. I think this one has nothing, right? Yeah, we don't have anything. We just have a 3 megapixel front-facing webcam here, or VGA webcam here. What else do we have? Yeah, we just have a front-facing VGA webcam here. But on this one, we have 8 megapixel on the back. Same as all these, actually these all have 8 megapixel cameras. They're all using Zeiss optics, I believe. Okay, so this one also is a QWERTY keyboard, flip up like that. And this is Symbian 3. So this is the, it should be the latest Symbian operating system before they switch to Windows Phone. This is Symbian 3, it's actually pretty zippy. Yeah, interesting. You can call someone. What can you do on the phone here? Oh wait, what am I doing? Is this even a touch? Okay, yeah, I was using the stylus. I forgot this was a resistive touchscreen. This is a capacitive. So I had to use my hand for this. So this is a very primitive phone thing, dialer thing, and then you have all your menu buttons right here, the bottom left. You can add widget or shortcut or change wallpaper. It's actually fairly zippy. I'm really impressed. And this is 5-year-old phone, I guess. So the thing is, Maemo and actually MeeGo and this was being developed at the same time. Symbian 3. It was actually used in the same year. This both came out the same year, 2011. This one is more old school Nokia style, whereas this one was kind of based upon Maemo, which is the newer Nokia style. Okay. But this is pretty swift as well. I mean, you got, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Do you have anything in the gallery? We do. You can take a look at all this, photos. Pretty snappy, actually. I'm really impressed. Pretty snappy. I didn't expect it to be this fast. I mean, if you look at the Maemo one, this one was pretty slow. And this one actually has, this one has double the memory. Maybe that's why. Maybe a better comparison would be the N900. The N900 versus the E7. Haven't tried that one yet because I don't have the N900 right now. But maybe someday I can do that comparison. Am I connected to the internet? I should be, right? Yeah, let's try. So how does contacts look? Nope, it's not very good. Calendars, basic stuff there. Music player. Oh, search for music. Okay. Ooh, you have cover flow. That's interesting. I did not expect cover flow in here. Okay, cool. I guess we get a very iPod-like cover flow here. That's cool. Okay, so let's see the web. Does the modern web work on this? Alright, so I'm going to go connect to Engadget here, as usual. With dot Engadget. Alright, this is not the most comfortable QWERTY keyboard I've ever used. Okay, so we got the certificate problem already. Can we accept? Accept. Okay. Okay, we have this certificate problems. This is a sign of an old browser that probably doesn't work with modern websites anymore. Okay. So otherwise you're going to have these SSL certificate problems because the browser is not modern enough. And it's still loading. Okay, it's somewhat viewable. I mean, once you get past all those certificate errors, I guess it's somewhat usable, but man, dealing with those things is a pain. I mean, compared to this, look at this. This can't do anything anymore. This web browser, it's like completely stuck on that. This one still has a lot of those errors, but somewhat, at least I could see stuff here. Oh, I could see like at least like images, stuff loading. Okay, and then has this problems, yeah. Okay. Okay, so my verdict is that this web browser is it's usable in the sense that it actually does load these images and stuff, and you can actually like see text on it and stuff, but it's not usable really because you have all these certificate errors. So yeah, browsing is not really working on this. Okay, let's try the MeeGo operating system. Okay, now MeeGo and Sailfish are fairly similar. I want to show you guys these two. Sailfish, this one is not technically used by Nokia, but I want to show you guys anyways because they're similar. All right. Right? They both swipe to use the swiping system. Okay, so this, oops. Oh, by the way, this has a home button as well. Let's go back home. Okay, so this one you swipe up, and now you start to see the similarities between MeeGo and Sailfish, right? This looks familiar, doesn't it? The black background with these really cute looking icons and stuff. Yep, this is basically the MeeGo operating system, and the same team who developed MeeGo went on to develop Sailfish, so you can see the influences there. Or I should say went on to form Hola, is that how you call it? Jola or Hola? That company which makes Sailfish OS. And yeah, I've already shown you this one here. Obviously, modern web browsing is very, very good on this one. I've also shown MeeGo in a previous video, but I haven't shown you guys the web browser on this one. So let's try web browser here. Use Google. Okay. .engadget.com. All right. So this one, oh, here we got the certificate errors again. Okay, so this does have the same problem that the Symbian 3 one had. See if we can get past all these certificate errors. Okay. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so it's loading somewhat. Okay guys, so this web browser I think suffers the same problem as the Symbian one in that you can't really browse the web without these certificate errors showing up all the time. And I can see the images load and everything, like text load and images load, but it's just not very usable because of this issue. So yeah, I don't think the MeeGo browser works. Sorry guys. Don't use the Nokia N9 for web browsing. But anyways, I just want to show you guys the similarities in the interface here. You just swipe up from the bottom anytime. Yeah, this is a 4-inch screen, by the way. This is a 5-inch screen. So you can see it's bigger. Has about the same amount of RAM. Both have 8 megapixel cameras. Difference is this phone obviously newer. It came out this year, 2016. This one came out 5 years ago. So the web browser is like this. Yep, so it uses the same kind of gestures. So this one also uses the same thing. It's like whatever app you're using, you just swipe to the left, and then, well, you swipe from the left, I should say, and then it closes it. This is the same thing, swipe from the left, and it closes it. And that's the same kind of interface you get. So you can see the similarities here, right? The similarities in the gestures and the interface. Anyways, guys, so I want to show you guys the evolution of Nokia's phones. Here we have the Nokia N9 using MeeGo. Well, first of all, we had Maemo, right, which is completely obsolete by now, I believe. Maemo operating system on the Nokia N810. Then we got Symbian 3 running on the Nokia E7. Then we got MeeGo running on the Nokia N9. And then we got the Intex Aquafish running Sailfish, which is the successor to MeeGo. And yeah, now Nokia uses Windows Phone 7, and actually I believe they're not really going to use anything anymore because Microsoft pretty much took them over and rebranded themselves Microsoft. So Nokia is just going to be like feature phones now, which is really, really sad, considering how storied of a brand they were. Now they're just like feature phones or whatever. But if you look back in Nokia's glory, this was the smartphone operating systems they had. And yeah, I think this should have been Nokia, you know? Like, this should be Nokia, not whatever Nokia is now. This is the real successor to Nokia phones, is the Sailfish, or Hola phones or whatever. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like these kind of videos.